Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the second candle review of the day. I hope you are having a great afternoon. If you missed it, the first video that I uploaded kind of early this morning featured the Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Nut Butter fragrance. So if you're interested in that video, I will go ahead and link it in the description box right below this video here. That way you can check that out if you are interested. I will also put a link to where to purchase Kringle candles. Obviously in this video, we're going to be discussing Kringle Reserve Japanese Maple. So if you're interested in this fragrance or any of the other Kringle Reserve fragrances or anything else on their website, I'll put a link in the description box. I will also put my discount code down there. That discount code will save you 15% off of your purchase at Kringle. It is an affiliate discount code, so make sure you're comfortable with that. It works with some of their sales. It does not work with all of their sales, but as we all are probably aware of by this point, the Reserve candles very rarely go on sale. So if you want to save yourself some money, either use my discount code, or if you happen to have rewards points, you can apply those to the Reserve candles as well. Anyway, let's dig into this Japanese Maple. I have to admit, reviewing this one kind of makes me a little bit sad because I really loved this fragrance, and I also happen to be, and this is just a really random side note, but I am personally a really big fan of Japanese maple trees. I know that sounds random, and listen, I used to never be a a garden type person, or you know, the kind of person that got excited about working outside in their yard, planting things, you know, removing trees, adding trees, weeding, all that stuff. But when we moved to this house, we were blessed with an enormous yard. There were already a number of Japanese maple trees on the property, but when Craig and I decided to completely redo all the landscaping in 2020, we brought in a whole bunch of other Japanese maple trees because they are my favorite type of tree. So now I think we have between 15 and 18 Japanese maple trees here on our property. And I just think they are the most beautiful tree. They're really slow growing. So if you're looking for a fast growing tree, don't get a Japanese maple. But they are wonderful because a lot of times you can buy them when they're small, and you know, you can put them in locations where maybe sometimes a bigger tree wouldn't make sense, and they're just really slow growing, but they're beautiful. The colors that I am seeing out in my yard right now range from a deep burgundy to a bright red to orange to shades of yellow and chartreuse. In the fall months, these trees, I swear, just come to life right before, you know, they obviously shut down for the winter and drop all their leaves. But they're a beautiful tree. I have loved them for many, many years. And so I think that was another reason why I was super excited about this fragrance. But the performance of this, you guys, is not what I have come to expect from Kringle, much less the Reserve line. So let's dig in. Really, my main beef here revolves around the strength and throw. There's been nothing really wrong with the burn quality per se. That has been fine, but it's really the strength and throw here that I don't understand. I feel like something must have gone wrong. Okay, Japanese Maple. Japanese Maple is a serene autumn blend where fresh fir and bright citrus open to reveal a heart of earthy patchouli and warm wood. The fragrance settles into a rich base of moss and amber, evoking the beauty of a forest in fall. Okay, so the notes here read, at the top we have fir and citrus. At the mid notes we have patchouli and wood. And at the base we have moss and amber. So what is it that you're actually smelling here? I do think this is just what you can smell of it. When you stick your nose in it on cold sniff, you're really going to get the true impression of this fragrance here. You really do smell almost all of these fragrance notes. I would say the only one that I really kind of struggle to get, even on cold sniff when I'm sticking my nose straight into the wax, is the citrus. But the fir, the beautiful, again, perfumey patchouli, not dirty, earthy patchouli, the wood, the moss, and the amber, all present. And it kind of, with all of those combined, I think it's because, once again, they put their patchouli and their amber in here. It somehow managed to come across as a little bit perfumey, but also woody at the same time. So it's just a really great, slightly masculine, perfumey, woody fragrance. It is lovely. The fragrance itself, I'm telling you, it's incredibly well blended. But here's the thing, you guys. The strength and the throw. This is so light that even when I put this one in our downstairs powder room, which is such a small room in our house, it is the smallest room in our house, I can barely smell this one. It's that light, you guys. Strength and throw, I would put the strength at about a 3. I would say a 3. And the throw, I would say, is almost virtually non-existent. I'll give it a 1 to be generous, I guess, but it does not travel. It barely fills the downstairs powder room. And it's just so disappointing because it is a lovely scent, you guys. The fir that's in here is perfect. It almost gives like some borderline like holiday tree vibes initially, but that patchouli and that amber definitely come in right after that fir and take it out of that like Christmas vibe, and just turn it into more of like a woodsy, like more fall type fragrance. The moss note is really lovely in here. It just adds just a touch of earthiness. But because it does have such a nice perfumey vibe, it doesn't lean too earthy. But man, it's the strength and the throw that really are rough on this one. And this is not what I expect from Kringle Candle, and it's especially not what I expect from the Reserve fragrances. The blend itself, like I said, is very well done. It's lovely. If they could improve the overall strength and throw of this one, I would purchase this one. I would purchase a couple more of this one just to have on hand for the next couple of fall seasons. It is that good. I really like the scent, but strength and throw is just not there. And as such, I would not recommend picking this one up if you have it sitting in your cart. If you are the type of person that really likes a lot of fragrance from your candles, you're just not going to get it here. And I've talked to a couple of other people, a couple of other ambassadors who also received this one and who have said the same thing. It's just really, really light, and it's too bad because, again, there was a lot of potential here and I feel like it was kind of wasted. But burn quality overall, I mean, listen, I'm almost done with this one. I have about a third of the candle left. Honestly, I feel like I've been using this for ambiance more than anything else. And at this point, it's getting kind of hard to enjoy the ambiance because obviously this is a black jar and it is fairly opaque. So there's only like a little bit of a glow that you get once you get this far into these, you know, Reserve candles. But that being said, I am gonna try to pop this one into one of my candle crocks here in the next few weeks. I'm just gonna set it off to the side and see if maybe, just maybe, I can at least get something out of this by melting it. A lot of times when candles give me a low strength and throw, if I put them in a crock and I melt all the wax at once, it usually then also begins to release all the fragrance oils at once. So you tend to get a little bit more out of those problem candles, but I mean, I don't even know if this one will give me anything. We'll see. I'm willing to sacrifice the last third of it here. So after this review is done, I'm not gonna finish burning it. I will just put it into the crock pile, and I'll update you guys in my weekly home fragrance roundup when this one goes into the crock, and I'll update you guys then. But overall, I think I'm disappointed because one, I'm obviously a huge fan of Japanese maple trees. So this label really spoke to me. And the fragrance itself, I really loved it. I saw a lot of potential there, but it just did not perform. So as such, this one is a big old womp womp, but I'm hoping that Kringle can do something with this and fix it if there is potential for that. Otherwise, I would say this was a dud. So let me know your experience with the Japanese maple in the comments down below. I have one more reserve review coming for you a little bit later on today, and I will say that that one is fabulous in terms of the overall performance. Strength and throw, the scent itself, and burn quality were great. So we're gonna end today on a positive note with that review. That should be live here probably in a few hours. If you're not already subscribed, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button right below the video here and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.